Australasia and South America, as well as that European dominance. Let's get into it. Hand number 4, 150, 300,000. Will it be your blinds to kick us off? So a few players around the 15 big blind mark. Should see a little bit of shoving early, I'd have thought. Mihai 28 from Romania is going to start things off. Double the big blind, standard, with ace queen. And Domino has got one of those aforementioned shoving stacks. Thinking about this, it's borderline, isn't it? Because I think it's mandatory all in if he does play. He's got an earliest position raiser, and that looks like a good fold once you can see the whole cards. Domino dodges a bullet. No such conservatism from Miss Oracle, who has 3-bet. And not the most comfortable position in the world, is it, with ace-queen for Mihai? It is suited, and that is, you'd have thought, a committing 4-bet. Slightly odd situation because of the stacks, but Mihai's judgment is right and takes one down without showdown. Miss Oracle, who looks absolutely lovely, doesn't she? Tremendous. I don't think that's really the player, though. That might be one of those fake avatar ones. This is lovely, though. Hand number 8. And nobody has much of anything. That won't stop them, though. Red Ice Wrap. Red Ice Wrap from Germany opens things up. Now, this is a highlight show, so something's going to happen. Absolutely guaranteed. Doesn't look like it, but maybe Lurkio77, one of the UK players, makes the defence, and we'll see a flop. Ace High's winning so far, but this one isn't over. Well, it is over now. That's a neat trick, isn't it? Might not be over, of course. Red Ice Wrap could still catch running cards to win. Be a bit freaky. But it can be done. Now, Lurkio's in one of those situations where fantastic, great news, flop the world. How do you get paid is the question on this flop. 4 of spades, of course, doesn't change the destiny of the winning hand, but how much does he get paid? Red Ice could have checked back this flop, but actually has bet it. And we'll keep betting. Not sure about this, because with the ace-9, it has the winning hand a decent amount of the time. Not sure this bet gets paid by anything worse. Lurkio shoves, and I imagine that's the end of it for Red Ice Wrap. Not much point in Lurkio slow play anymore, and he has a couple of million behind after this bet. And I hope Red Ice Wrap, for his sake, isn't talking himself into calling. I mean, Lurkio could have a draw here, it's possible, but he doesn't have any fold equity when he shoves, does he? Or he shouldn't have, so yeah, Red Ice Wrap figures it out. Red Ice Wrap also lovely. Lurkio up to almost 9 million. And we'll be 9-handed still as we watch hand number 12. Still the 150, 300,000 blind level. How do you make Red Ice? Probably Cherryade or something? Or I don't know how you do it. Get a red pen. I don't know why you'd do it. But you'd certainly rap about it if you did do it, because it'd be a tremendous achievement. Kiri Dogue with the 3-bet. I realise Rap's not in a particularly easy situation here with the 2-8s against someone with Kiri's stack. So Kiri has about 25 big blinds at the start of the hand, just over 20, let's call it 26, that's what it is. All over the maths, don't worry about that, I've got that covered. And what do you do with 2-8s against someone with that stack after you've opened under the gun? Could it even be a fold? No, it's a shove. I actually think that's quite a weird spot against Kiri Dogue's stack with 8s having opened under the gun. Tough to give one answer, and I guess it depends a bit or a lot on your opponent there. But Kiri Dogue's going to get it in good shape. And nothing has changed that on the flop. So Red Ice Rap staring defeat in a big pot in the face here. Just an 8 can change this. And the biggest pot so far, 16.5 million, ships over to Kiri Dogue from the UK. Still 9-handed after 18 hands. The odds were against it at the start of the final table. Some very short stack players. I think we might see a few eliminations in a row here. Nice hand for M. Jolner, the third UK player at this final table. Looking for some action, you'd have thought. Well, I think definitely, in fact, with the stack that he has. Ilkinopoulos from Azerbaijan, thinking about this one, has just under 10 big blinds and decides to fold. And when he sees the whole cards back, he'll applaud himself on his own genius, because Mihai, just 2 spots round, has the dominating hand. Is Mihai a cocktail? Is it a Mai Tai with slightly more bitters? Mihai from Romania, as mentioned. Plenty of chips here. It's possibly a slightly theatrical dwell-up. Theatrical, that word was. Theatrical pronunciation of that word. How ironic. I think M. Jolner is just going to get the money in here. No real reason to do anything else. No, it's a fold. Goodness me. Shock from the commentary booth. I mean, maybe Mihai's been playing incredibly tight, but I don't know, with that stack size, you've just got to close your eyes and put the money in, I think. It is tough because the money jumps are so big at this final table, and there's so many other short stacks. It's actually 3 stacks shorter than M. Jolner. But I think you've got to get the money in there. Still 150, 300,000. The very next hand, hand 19. Ilkinopoulos desperate for a hand with dwindling chips, but that isn't it. And we're going to get folds all the way around to Lurkio on the button. Who has plenty of chips, 30 big blinds. There's a lot at this stage, and we'll try and steal the blinds and antes. Miss Oracle does have a bit of room to work with here. And we've already seen this player make a 3-bet bluff. We'll see another one. How will Lurkio interpret this? Oh, decides to flat call, which might be okay, but there isn't a lot of stack depth here. Well, Lurkio's kind of put an end to that by hitting top pair. So I guess if the plan was call and stack off with top pair or bet if Miss Oracle checks, could have been the plan. And it's worked out. A little bit sorry for Miss Oracle, playing a very active, aggressive game, just not quite getting lucky with the opponent's cards. Lerchio instantly raises. Miss Oracle can curse and throw the hand away. Good flop to continue on, but doesn't work out for Miss Oracle. Lerchio up over 12.5 million. We're still nine-handed. This one could go on a while. I might want to pop out in the break and get some snacks because we've lost no one. We've lost no one. Kiri Dogue with another pocket pair. Looking around the table, might get action from Red Ice Wrap again. Depends what Miss Oracle does with the Ace-10. 12.5 big blinds, but gets out the way. As does everybody else. Oh, Red Ice Wrap might be tempted to go for it and is. With the Ace-Jack offsuit, we're going to have a race here. Assuming Kiri Dogue calls. Dangerous assumption. There you go. The money's in the middle. 8 million in the middle. And Red Ice Wrap's tournament life on the line. Trying to get revenge over Kiri Dogue. Doesn't look like it at the moment. One card between Red Ice Wrap and elimination. Ooh. Save. Red Ice Wrap catches the river and stays alive and will stay nine-handed. Perhaps everyone's going to tie. Just be like a 9-way chop. Could happen. I'll end the suspense. It's a 5-way chop at today's final table. As ever, totally understandable that players make a deal. Take you through it when it happens. But the money jumps at this final table are huge. Just to remind you, the weekly reminder, it's just a $215 buy-in. These players already have a 5-figure win locked up. 6 figures will be the prize for many of them. Absolutely extraordinary return. That's why this event is so popular. It is a phenomenal chance to make a pile of money. Kiri Dogue has raised here and Lerchio has a hand in the big blind. This is Brit on Brit action. Long time since our last civil war. Lerchio is going to make the 3-bet. And Kiri Dogue doesn't waste much time. Decides to 4-bet. It's basically a bluff. Lerchio will quickly 5-bet. Well, this is a levelling war. Not quite sure if these two both know where they are or... I mean, Lerchio will be thinking he has the best hand almost all the time against the button raise. Kiri Dogue has to figure it out. This is a tough one because does he think Lerchio is capable of bluffing here? And eventually gets out the way. Didn't have the best hand, of course. And some strong play and a nice read from Lerchio 77 takes him to the chip lead. If you'd like to be in this spot, you can have a free shot at it courtesy of the show. Details of the free roll password and the time it kicks off coming up later.
We are competition. Aggression. Calculating. We are trapped. Fighting back. We are heroes. We are poker.
I think Daniel should stop playing that warehouse. He always gets bad beated. Here are the chip standings as we go into the middle stage of this final table, and there's 9 players. And as we skip forward to hand 44, there's still 9 players. I don't know what happened. We have to build a bigger podium for a start. They're all going to get up there. 250, 500, 1,000, and for those of you new to tournament poker, the blinds will keep going up. That's how we're going to get rid of these people. Otherwise, they'll just be here till next week, and that won't do. Several players, let's count them up. 5 players within 13 big blinds of elimination. So you would have thought we'll get a few knockouts in the next few hands. Well, this could be one. Unfortunate spot for Ilkanopoulos from Azerbaijan. Kiridog, the pocket pair meister, has another one and has a pretty easy decision. There's no correct way to play pocket jacks. Well, this might be as easy as it gets with them. Puts the money in, and Ilkanopoulos is in bad shape here. You'd have to say whoever's first out of the final table is a little bit unlucky, because there are a lot of short stacks and a lot of candidates for that honour. Ilkanopoulos is in trouble here. No weird draws, so just a 5 to save the day, and it doesn't come. Kiridog will be your chip leader, and Ilkanopoulos will be the first to hit the rail. The player from Baku, Azerbaijan, takes home $11,680. And we finally have a space on the final table. We're 8-handed. British players in first and second. Terrific. Jubilee year. Olympic year. I don't think that they care about either of those things right now. I think they care about winning a massive pile of money. But I'm just saying. Very appropriate. Kiridog is on a roll and has opened hand 46. Miss Oracle, who's been one of the most aggressive players and a little bit unlucky with the way things have fallen, this time has a hand. Kiridog might be compelled to go with this. Yeah. Miss Oracle not with enough chips to get the fold, and it's actually a race. 7s versus 9, 10. It's a race for Miss Oracle's tournament. And that is a sigh of relief. 7 on the flop, all but finishes it off. And Miss Oracle is going to double up. 8.8 million doesn't completely take him or her out of danger, but much needed. And as you can see, very active player. Seen this throughout this final table. The one player would say at the final table that if they got their hands on chips, probably steamroller everybody else, but unfortunate timing again as you look around. Big cooler in the blinds. And Red Ice Rat folds King Queen. Might have been tempted there just because Miss Oracle was the player opening, but has folded. And this is an unfortunate setup for Domino. Because most of the time, Domino has way the best hand here, of course. Nurkio thinks about it and 3-bets the aces. So it's like such an awesome spot if you're sitting in Domino's chair. Well, it doesn't look like an awesome spot. Hush my mouth. I love folds like that. It's either genius or madness. I don't know how you make that fold with 10 big blinds, but he can take this little piece of video footage, play it to his grandkids and say, that's how you play poker, my friends. Knew he had aces, knew it. Amazing stuff. Domino would actually find other spots to chip up over the next few hands, up to just under 8 million. What do you think at home? Stellar fold or terrible fold? Looks great, doesn't it? But not sure if it was or not. 250,000, 500,000 blinds. Wouldn't mind playing in a game like that just once. And we've already seen Lurkio Miss Oracle tangle in these positions, button and big blind. Could be another one here. I think Miss Oracle's been pretty unlucky this final table, just in terms of what her or his opponents have had. And with that screen name, you'd think that she'd know. I mean, how do you not know when you're an Oracle? Just spell that one out. Miss Oracle shoves, and let's see if Lurkio can find the call. It's not a completely straightforward call, is it, with Ace-9? Let's see. Another 6 million to win 9 million. I think that little bit of pot odds there is going to tip this one. And yeah, Lurkio does make the call. Miss Oracle is in trouble, as confirmed by those numbers. 38% of the time this works, every time. But this is for Miss Oracle's tournament. And that is not much good. Ace-high plays for Lurkio right now. Miss Oracle needs help on the river. And that isn't it. So a great run through the tournament. Some really good aggressive stuff. Just the timing off for Miss Oracle. And has to be content with 8th place. The New Zealander swells their bank balance by $18,000. And we are 7-handed. $300,000, $600,000 are the blinds in hand, 71. And still a few short stacks. A function of nobody being eliminated for several orbits. Lurkio, your chip leader, as you can see, with a monster stack right now. Well, will M. Jolner, 101 shove here. Now decides to fold. Blind on blind. And a little bit unlucky this for Diogo Keep if he gets called. Yeah, Red Ice Rat will make the call with a very nice looking King Queen of Diamonds. Nothing wrong with Diogo Keep's shove. Just happened to run into a hand. Won't do most of the time. Red Ice Rat's the all-in player though, and Diogo Keep has a spade, and there's another one. Well, pretty unfortunate for Red Ice Rat, but at this stage of the game, there's really not too much you can do. It was a straightforward decision. Diogo Keep gets a little bit lucky, and Red Ice Rat from Germany is out in 7th, $32,400 as we start to move into the really big money, and we'll be 6 max in the million. Still 2 or 3 short stacks, as you can see. I thought there'd be some quick eliminations. Looks like that's the way it's going to go. Action folded around to Kiri Dogue, who sets Mihai 28 all in with Jack nothing. What would you do at home? You're at the million final table. You're just the short stack of 6. Big money jumps. And you've just been set in. You've got King 9 suited. Anyone? Anyone? Class? Anyone? Mihai calls. It's a brave call. And it's absolutely on the money. Not an easy one, that one, considering the context. Nasty sweat with King high. Well, now doesn't want to hit a king. So that would give Kiri a straight. And the 9 locks it up. So a brave call from Mihai 28. And gets its just desserts back in the game. On we go. Still the same 6 players. And action folded around. It's got very tight at this table. You can understand why. But M. Jolner finds a shove. And unfortunate timing. And that's what it's about at this stage of the game. Got to put your money in. There's so much money in the middle that if Jolner gets that through, it's very significant. And he's not going to get called that often. But unfortunately, this is one of those times. And 4-3 offsuit does not play well against pocket 9s. Write that down, kids. Put it in your Texas Hold'em learning manual. Can Mjolnir find some freaky way out of this? Tournament is on the line for the Edinburgh-based player, Scotland in the UK. But no way out here. And Diego Keep will knock out another player. Takes almost 11 million back, and Mjolnir will take 6th place. $46,700. If you'd offered him that at the start of this Sunday, he would have bitten your hand off. Remember, $215 to buy into this event. What a return for all these players. Five-handed, and the blinds are up. 400,000, 800,000. Nice spot this for Diego Keep. I can confirm to you that the deal was done five-handed. Lurkio obviously taking a lot of money out of that deal. Will confirm the payouts as the players are eliminated, but the money jump's just starting to get really big. Possible to be critical when these players have played so little to get in. And we do have an all-in. Kiri Dogue shoving on Diego Keep. Unlucky to find Diego Keep with such a strong hand. Great spot for Diego. Nice flop as well, but an ace on the turn is a massive card for Kiri Dogue. Not only keeps him alive, but also vaults him into second place. We've got a brand new million.
We are 10,000 people in Brazil, holding our breath. We are alone. Hunters. Hunted. We are committed. Blessed. Calm. We are all in. We are poker.